Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Payne, if I understand this legislation correctly, it exempts from or accepts from the statutory debt limit only two types of obligations: payments on the public debt and payments for Social Security. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you agree with Mr. Ryan that that is necessary to remove any uncertainty that those two types of payments will be made?
The chairman and the members of the committee have made that determination, sir.
You don't disagree with it?
I would never disagree with a member of Congress, sir.
You do not accept or exempt veterans' benefits, do you, in this bill?
Veteran benefits are not defined.
Are not exempt. So we don't remove the uncertainty to a disabled veteran.
Will the gentleman
they will get their payment? No, I will not at this point. Do you exempt military pay?
Military pay is not within the definition.
So military, those who are serving our country around the world, uncertainty is not removed from them, that they will get their payments. Do you exempt Pell Grants and student financial assistance?
That is not within the definition.
So a student next fall, a Chinese bondholder will get certainty that they'll be paid, but there's no certainty that a student relying on financial assistance will be paid. How about air traffic controllers and the Federal Aviation Administration? Is it exempt under this bill?
Mr. Doggett, the legislation only exempts
so they're not exempt,
and
the problems that we have right now with air traffic control, if this bill were in effect, could be expected to continue. What about road construction and the need to address our infrastructure? Is the Federal Highway Administration exempt under this bill?
Mr. Doggett, the legislation only covers principal and interest on the debt. So it only covers issues related to the issuance of debt.
Am I correct, Mr. Payne, that this bill, H.R. 807, as introduced, had as its stated purpose, quote, to require that the government prioritize all obligations on the debt held by the public in the event that the debt limit is reached? It's there in your folder.
I'm sorry, sir?
Do you agree that this bill, as introduced, H.R. 807, had as its stated purpose, it's there in your folder, to require the government prioritize all obligations on debt held by the public in the event the debt limit is reached?
Sir, I'm happy to comment on the amendment in nature to substitute submitted by the chairman.
That's the bill as introduced. I understand you don't want to answer any questions today, but you've got it there in your folder. Every member has it in their folder, and there's nothing in the nature of the substitute that changes that purpose. You placed a priority over paying Chinese bondholders, Saudi bondholders, Wall Street bondholders, over veterans, over military pay, over Pell Grants, over highway construction, over aircraft controllers. The party that prided itself, the Republican Party, in fiscal responsibility has become the party of fiscal folly. That's what's involved here today. It cost us almost $1.5 billion the last time you folks took us to the brink, almost $19 billion over a 10-year period, according to the Bipartisan Policy Center. And it's just absolutely incredible that we would be looking toward this year with all the uncertainties and with our economic recovery still in the recovery stage, that we would be looking once again at, for the first time in this nation's history, breaching our full faith and credit and leaving certainty for some bondholders, but leaving uncertainty for those who defend our country, who have defended our country, and on whom we depend for our economic expansion. This bill just assures us a difficult year in which the threat of default is used to accomplish partisan political objectives, and I yield back.